Welcome back to the Spinner Rack, Week 5.
Your weekly comic book reviews brought to you by
Marc and
Taylor at ogenoDOTcom.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
This is the week of April 10th. Who's excited?
I'm pretty excited. Small
April
week,
10th.
but
Small week,
quality
but good
stuff
stuff.
came out.
So today is part 1. Remember, Wednesdays are a part 1, Thursdays are a part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesdays we do our 3, 4, 5 books today. This
The
week
main
is
focus,
5.
the big books.
The big books, then tomorrow we go over whole other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get started. We're doing a little bit flashback to last month, so we can start Kick-Ass variant cover number 1. And we'll also be doing Kick-Ass number 2, so stay tuned. Keep watching. Put these down for now. It'll be a surprise what else we're doing. All right, so what do you have to say about Kick-Ass number 1?
I didn't think Kick-Ass number 1 was really all that exciting. I mean, Mark Miller's been saying it's the greatest superhero comic of all time.
Let's not go that far.
But that's what he's been saying. It's a lot to live up to, and didn't really live up to it. I mean, it was interesting.
I completely agree.
It was an interesting book, and the artwork is fantastic. John Romita Jr. is one of my favorite artists, and this is some of his best stuff.
I'd agree.
But world's greatest superhero comic? I don't think so. Not Kick-Ass, kind of like mild fight.
Kick butt?
I don't really get my ass kicked.
All right, so kick
You know?
butt. All right, we'll call it kick butt. Didn't live up to the whole expectation. But
No.
what do I think? I mean, I thought there were some really... it's a cool concept, because this is... The whole book, let's go over that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no superheroes in the world, so it's about a
The
teenager...
world we live in.
The world we live in. It's about a teenager that reads all these comic books and says, hey, why the hell hasn't anyone tried this yet?
Exactly.
And, I mean, it's actually a pretty cool concept.
I know, I've thought about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've
thought about it too, I'm not going to lie, but making web shooters and that thing just
I know.
seems too complicated.
Yeah, but that's why he does this. He
I know.
just grabs a ski mask, this outfit, and a billy club.
And he lifts weight for a couple days, but the whole thing is that, like...
I mean...
They're unrealistic. The fights are unrealistic.
No.
Like, he got the shit kicked out of him.
That's realistic, though.
Oh, that part. The fight was realistic.
What's unrealistic about... There's nothing unrealistic about this issue.
The second issue. I'm sorry. I was jumping too far ahead. There was something that I did not like about the second issue, which I'll mention. But overall, I'll give this... What would you give it?
I give it a B.
I'm going to give it a B-. Actually, I'm going to give it a B. The second book, I'm going to be giving a B-.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kick-Ass, number 1.
Pick it up. It was good.
It was
Okay.
decent.
Now,
Check for yourselves if you guys like it.
Kick-Ass number 2
Let's back up so we're on camera.
came out today.
Number 2 came out today.
Yeah, now this issue picks up exactly where the first issue left off with our hero in the hospital recovering from his massive injuries. He got his ass kicked by those thugs.
Yes.
And then...
He got stabbed in the chest.
Then
and
he got hit by a car.
Hit by a car. All right.
Okay.
Now let's go to what's ridiculous about this issue.
He starts off in the hospital. He works his recovery. About 8 months passes. He goes back to school.
Was it 8 months? It
Yeah.
was that long? Wow.
8 months, go back to school. And before you know it, he's back in the tights doing what he feels...
Right after getting off his crutches.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, he
that's
says he has the beast inside him, which I think is kind of cool. He wants...
Unrealistic part number 1.
I guess... and he goes back out, and he has his first successful fight in this issue, which is cool to watch. You see him get his ass handed to him in the first issue, so you can't help but cheer a little bit when he actually succeeds in this issue.
Unrealistic part number 2. I'm going to go over it, and you can argue with me all you want. This fight, it's about pretty much 3, they say Puerto Rican thugs, they quoted.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are huge. They're big. They're big guys. And he kicks the shit out of them. Now, what I find realistic about it is, sure, he had sticks and he had weapons, whatever. But these guys ran away. I don't think thugs would run away from somebody that looks like a kid. So that's what I think was unrealistic.
Yeah, but like they said, he's nuts. And he didn't kick the shit out of them.
Okay.
They were in much better shape when they walked away than
Look at that.
Than
You
he
say,
was.
I think that's kicking the shit out of them, right?
Well, he got a couple good blows, and he's using nightsticks. You ever been hit with a nightstick before?
No, I have not been hit with a nightstick.
There you go.
Though.
I can't either, so I can't say.
Okay.
But he's in way worse shape than they are when they finish, so I can hardly say he kicked their ass.
Okay. Let's go over the next unrealistic part of this issue, my third and final point.
The only problem I have with the issue is the fact in the beginning, a little spoiler alert,
after he gets hit by the car, that's how the first issue ends.
Flash forward a little bit. You see him in the hospital, and his dad's in the hospital, and he says, "Oh my God, my dad found out. He's gonna know I was parading around in a superhero in my pajamas, and he's gonna have a conniption fit." And then he's like, "Oh wait, no, I realized, even with my broken back, my ruptured spleen, my broken ribs, numerous broken bones, I was able to slip my costume off and hide it.
Bullshit. C. Actually, I'm not giving it a B minus.
Language.
C plus. Sorry. Kick ass bullshit. Same thing. C plus. Not giving it a B minus. C plus.
Actually, I think this issue is much better than the first one, so I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B plus. One little flaw doesn't really.
B plus.
For me, yeah.
Wow, that much. I like first issue better. But okay, we got to speed things up. We only got 5 minutes left. Wow. Brand new day. Amazing Spider-Man.
Now, unlike Kick-Ass, which went up with an issue, last week's issue, the first one by Zeb Wells and Chris Pachalo, was one of the best issues in the run. This
I would agree.
took a bit of a
big
dive.
downfall.
Bit of a dive.
The dialogue went back to being unrealistic, not believable.
I didn't even that's not even what bothered me. I didn't think it was like that. I
how
thought the
about-
dialogue was just as good.
How about the new villain that they introduced? That looks up.
And he doesn't look like Predator X.
No, not really. I guess not when you look at him, but like he, whatever. I just don't like him. It's like supposed to be a Mayan god or something.
Yeah,
right?
which is just completely uninteresting. I think what they should do is they introduced this whole new status quo. Maybe what, 4 months ago almost.
Yes.
Right, and people, I'm still having a hard time digesting it. They really should be not focusing on Mayan gods and all this mysticism stuff. They should be focusing on the new status quo. Harry Potter, Harry Osborn, Peter, his new boss Dexter Bennett, and the new characters in his life. Basically, just trying to flesh all that out instead of introducing these new villains that no one's going to care about.
And I don't think that they should be introducing godlike villains into a Spider-Man comic.
I don't even think that doesn't even bother me. It's
No?
just like it's too soon. It's too soon, and it's really uninteresting.
Okay. Yeah.
There's one more issue. It's only
really a good read.
One good thing. It's only three issue arcs. So yeah.
Artwork again on par. What would you say? Same as last issue.
Yeah.
Not really like it.
I give it a C.
Pachalo from. I'm giving it back down to a C minus. All right, back to Fantastic Four. Issue. What is it now? Oh, that was 550. No way. That's funny. Both are issue 556.
Whoa.
Hold on, 556. Okay, whatever. I can't really see. But yeah, both issue Fantastic Four issue 556, part 3 in the Miller Hitch run. First arc, which is called what is
World's
the arc?
Greatest.
World's Greatest. Okay.
And this is, yeah, part 3.
Now, what would you say about this? Do a little. I just want to get something. Just for
Now, I guess the recurring theme is unrealistic things in this week's issues. Now, the story in this before we get to that, the story in this picks up after Cap the. What does CAP stand for? This giant robot that these scientists built. What does CAP stand for?
It doesn't matter. Just go on.
Anyway, yeah, he breaks loose and he's come from the alternate dimension where New World exists into our world, and his main program is to dismantle any dangerous weapons. So of course he goes around destroying military bases, killing people left and right, and
500 dead.
Yeah, in one military base.
One panel.
Just like that.
That's
right?
how Civil War, 618 people dead.
Mm-hmm.
Or that caused an epic event.
The Registration Act.
The
Yeah.
registration, okay.
And so basically that's what the entire issue about. All our heroes team up with numerous other ones. Thor, Sentry,
Wolverine, we see
Wolverine, everybody, and they
And,
all get wiped out.
Johnny's having some, quote unquote fun in the bed with us. One of his
Yeah,
arch
Psionics,
villains. Not arch villains, but
this
villains.
this
from
new
Logan.
villain, which was the coolest part of the issue. Johnny sleeping with a supervillain.
All right.
I gotta give
we
him
really gotta
props.
speed this up, but the artwork really took a dive on this one. I just checked last month's. It was Brian Hitch's doing the pencils, but Paul Neary did the inkers in last issue in 555, and this week it was done by, I'm sorry, but his name is Andrew Curry, and I think the art took such a big dive. I can't even see the pictures.
I don't think
honestly.
so. But
No?
but my point was unrealistic things. This one robot wipes out almost every hitter in the Marvel universe, including
Yeah.
the Sentry. Just driving home the fact
And
that
Captain
the
Marvel, I think.
The Sentry is a completely useless character. If he can't even destroy a robot with his power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, he's worthless.
Okay, we got about a minute 30 left in the video. YouTube restrictions. Titans number 1 came out, guys.
Fantastic.
Didn't like it. Artwork fantastic. Ian Churchill.
5 minutes ago you said it's amazing.
I said Ian Churchill's art is amazing. Don't get me wrong. It is fantastic. Now,
Okay.
what did you like about it? Tell me what you liked about it.
Well, I liked how first issue they took the time to get to know all the different characters, because it's a book of 6 different characters.
Yes.
2 pages.
The 6 characters are Flash, Raven, Beast
Boy.
Boy, Nightwing, Donna Troy, Cyborg, and I feel like I'm missing...
Starfire.
And Starfire. 7. 7 people. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a lot of people on one team. They took the time. Judd Winnick took the time to get to know each character a little bit, flesh them out, which was good. And
at the end of the issue, there's a surprise return. Not going to say who, but not really a major villain, but somebody I think some of us knew, some didn't.
If you know Teen Titans, then you know who the villain is.
And to me, I mean, this is not really a spoiler, but doesn't this look like a Dominator from the Legion to anybody? Just my opinion. But yeah, I mean,
it was a great first issue. A lot of
good
action.
first issue. Great art. Loved Ian Churchill.
Fantastic artwork.
You get to see him draw Supergirl one more time here. Fantastic.
And you see Starfire naked.
You do. Pick up the issue if you want to see that.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, I'd give this issue B. I'd give it a B.
I'll give it a B plus.
B plus, and I'm giving Fantastic Four 556 or a B minus also.
I'll give it a B.
B. Okay, excellent. Thanks guys for tuning in.
See
Stay
you
tuned tomorrow.